Holy crap, you guys are back with another live stream with that PS guy. Let me fix up the camera real quick and we'll get things rolling. Playing more Star Trek Resurgence. I apologize that it's been a few days since we've gotten back into this, but we're going to get it going now. Hope you guys are checking it out and enjoying it. Let me put this more in the middle. You guys can all line up. There we go.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage. But, apparently not.
Actually, the Resolute is one of our state-of-the-art starships.
That must be some sort of contemporary humor.
She's loaded with the latest and greatest technology in the galaxy.
I've never felt more unsafe.
He's kind of an a-hole, just gonna say it. Not the nest, there is something to be said for being a guest and being polite, my man.
Not at all.
Could say something about your hair,
The
dude.
galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tikhon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary, most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its
Not
own
unlike
set of
the Federation.
problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
I can't say that we avoid conflict entirely, but we overcome our differences because of our common interests and a shared sense of purpose. A general belief we are better off united than divided.
A concept almost Tikhonian in principle. We're more alike than you might think.
Maybe.
If this is the best
Of course, my
you can
dog
do,
starts barking
so
and
be
wants
it.
to come in the minute I start
To
streaming.
locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
Solano's gonna flip when he hears this.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tikhon Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
I've learned it's a very prestigious position in Tikhon society. Or was, I suppose. Not just anyone is selected for the role.
And fewer still are suited for it.
How impressive. You spent 600,000
Again, kind of an asshole.
years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
You'll have to forgive him. I'm sure he meant nothing by it.
I know exactly what he meant. His disrespect speaks for itself.
Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna step
merely
in.
Curious where your allegiances might lie.
When my dog gets real quick.
The Tikhon.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties to the Tikhon, not to the Science of the Flame. who do nothing more than tarnish us a name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything? Ridiculous.
Captain, I understand.
Sorry about that, guys.
And I don't necessarily disagree.
Odd. You told me you didn't think it would be a problem. Little did you realize the levels of ignorance and incompetence you were up against.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain?
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
This is not going well at all.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize this puts me in an incredibly difficult position. I was against seeking him out from the start, but now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Iridian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are. You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up. Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my career.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
It's not just mine. It's both of ours.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes. Let me know if you find anything.
Sometimes the commanding officer has to call the captain out on his BS, if you know what I mean.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What
But of
kind
course.
of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
Whoa.
The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long
I
will it
found
take?
something. There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydek to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
No apology necessary. Your concerns were valid.
Nonetheless, I should learn to trust your instincts, which were absolutely right. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Takan technology requires a Takan to operate. Is there another Takan on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship. Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out. That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here. Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
Alrighty then.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Can we get downstairs by any chance? Ah, yes. I don't think we can. Maybe not. Ladies and gentlemen, we have met the invisible wall. Uh-huh.
Found it.
The boy got zeroed in on the wrong thing. I apologize. Now,
Excuse me.
it seems to me like that
Do
might
you
have been kind of
belong here?
obvious.
Commander Rydek. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty. Well, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Me smell the
Tylus
traitor.
saw something.
This game definitely got some low points, but I gotta be honest, it definitely got some high points too. It definitely feels like Star Trek, and as I discussed very much in the first stream, that's my jam. So, let's say I'm 85% loving this game. I definitely had this fault, but I'm having my blast with it.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
I suppose. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
Okay. But before you say anything, you should know. I didn't appreciate it when you hid the truth from me when you returned from Hotari. That too was important. Maybe not to you, but certainly to me.
To be honest, I didn't know how to tell you what had happened. I was afraid of how you'd react.
I wish you'd just been honest with me, instead of letting me learn the truth from someone else. Then what do you need?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Draconian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duvall bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
I don't trust her.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
How trippy would it be if she turned out to be one?
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
Go on. Dude, just trying not to feel those